twice. Yeah, I forgot about that. Wait, there's that noise again. Wait, hold on. Wait, turn it off. Camera, do not include the PS4. There we go. Yes, there we are.
You're not gonna have your camera?
No, you can just see me. Trust me, dude. It makes sense this way.
Okay. Yeah. I'll pull you up.
Yeah, I need to get Discord up because I didn't save that thumbnail yet. Oh, hello! Welcome, everybody.
The playroom. There you are. Wow, that looks nice.
Yeah, dude.
I like
Yeah. I gotta get your thumbnail going now. Hold on. I didn't fucking save that
Kevin
yet.
C. Howdy.
Hello! Give me uno momento, por favors.
Monkey Mayhem Gaming, Joel Martin.
What up, players? Hey there, guys. I guess there we go.
That floating printer is awesome.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna scan this photo into my computer.
Hey, that's right. The playroom. Welcome to the playroom. That's right. Alright, hold on. Give me literally 1 second, guys. I have no idea when I got here. I woke up this morning.
This podcast is brought to you by the Playroom on PS4.
Right, yes, thank you for including that. You have any other brought to you bys we should include, you think?
No, but I do want to thank you for having me on, buddy.
Oh, yeah, dude. No fucking problem there, bud. People in blogs. Yeah, that's what I put on.
I'm excited.
Yeah, dude.
I've talked to you for a while.
I'm excited, too. This is very exciting. Hold your horses. Hold on.
Yes.
Do you have any horses to hold?
I do not own horses. I do own some cows.
Oh, you own some cows. Cow dogs? Alright.
Gotta get the milk. What it's all about.
Now I gotta pull up that fucking chat. Yeah, dude, I was gonna ask you about milk, dude. You're ruining all my questions. What the fuck? That was one of my questions. Damn it, dude. Now the milk question is ruined. What do I got left, Blue?
Come on. You can think of more milk questions.
Oh, shit. You think there's more milk questions out there? Oh, man.
The land flowing of milk.
Oh, the land of milk. Alright, let me pull this shit up. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, and welcome to the podcast with my guest, Casey Sleepy Owl, and my little dog, Blue. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. And cute shorts, everybody.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's an occasion for celebration, of course. Oh, yeah.
By the way, thank you so much for that direct deposit of $4 million.
Dude, yeah, that $4 million was nothing. There's so many more mil on their way.
Dude, you're so rich. How did you get so rich? Give me some tips, buddy. Dude,
all you have to do is save your money. Don't spend your money. You gotta hoard it, and you just eat Chipotle and only eat half of it. And that's half the life lesson that I can share with you.
Awesome, dude. So I'm gonna work on getting more capital and, being like a money grubber, putting it into the bank and not letting anybody else touch it.
Oh, there you go. That's how you do it, dude. That's how you do it. God, I'm so sweaty. All right, let's say hello to this chat. Macy, Cyberhoudini, Vex, Cirque, Monkey Mayhem, Rester. Welcome, everybody. Liquid, hello. How we doing? How you guys doing? How's your day? This is a first for me, a first for Casey, I think.
Yeah, definitely a first for me.
Yeah, so this is gonna be
excited. Once again, I can't thank you enough for having me as the first person here, man.
Dude, you're the first fucking guest on the goddamn thing. Isn't that incredible?
Dude,
these things are annoying.
You guys hear that? I'm first on the thing.
Yeah, dude, you're first on the thing. Congratulations. Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause. Yes. So, let's get into the podcast, man. Why don't you, what got you into YouTube? What are you doing YouTube for? How did you get into the scene, and what's up with that, man? What you doing here?
Well, like most people on YouTube, I have been using the service for quite a while. If I had to guess, it'd probably be at least a decade, if not more. So I kind of got into it as a user, obviously, searching my favorite videos right after Nappa and Kazaa and all that good shit came out.
Oh yeah.
And then to furthermore get into it, everybody here knows Showtime, right? So
Yeah.
we started a YouTube channel. We all
Hold on.
board.
Take a second. You need to turn up your mic just a little bit. Just a little. Turn that shit up. Sorry. We're pausing on Showtime, which is a great place to pause. Just turn it up a little bit.
How is that?
Yeah, is that one better?
A little bit?
Is that one better? Hopefully that's a little bit better. Hopefully you guys can get a little bit happier, do a house tour. I can't do a fucking house tour. It's attached to my PS4. I'd have to drag that around and get some sort of extension cord. Nobody's got that.
All right, I turned it up just a little bit.
All right,
I can hear myself on your end now.
Is that better, everybody? Higher, lower. Is that better? Yeah, Into the Wild.
Turn it up to 11.
That is the title of the podcast. Crank Up the Owl. Much better?
Much better. Awesome.
Okay, continue. You've been doing YouTube for quite some time, and
quite some time. So everybody here knows Showtime. You know, a great guy, started an awesome YouTube channel, and we were all a part of that.
Great guy.
And that's kind of what got me into, creating content, if you will. That's what it's called, right? Creating content?
Yeah, I think it's called creating content.
So that's how it started. I started creating content for the Baddest Dudes channel, and then eventually I started to upload some of the songs that I made to my own YouTube channel, and slowly but surely getting into streaming, things like that. You know, hanging out with all the awesome people, getting to know other YouTubers.
Yeah, those
and
tubers.
just participating, saying hello, making friends, you know? That's what it's all about.
Right.
So how did you get into YouTube? Please tell me again, because I just can't remember.
Oh, man. How did I get into YouTube? I got into YouTube because of the website.
Similar story? Story, right?
Almost exactly the same story, actually. But yeah, I mean, it's been a good run. Now we're on our own here. Are you thinking about doing some of your own streaming? I know you did the bike podcast before. You thinking about doing anything else like that?
I'm thinking about doing some more bike rides, things like that. I'll probably play some more video games. I just beat Dark Souls 2, so
what?
I'm
Damn,
probably
dude!
Gonna stream
Well done.
Dark Souls 1 and 2.
Well done.
And 3 after I play it. So that's kind of like what I'm gearing up for. But I want to at least play through the games once. You know?
Right,
get a feel for them.
Before
going into a game like Dark Souls blind is super challenging.
Right, I know the difficulties having played Bloodborne blind, which was rough, dude.
Merc City. Yeah, DLC down. DLC is down.
Hell yeah, dude, that's super impressive. Well done on Dark Souls 2. That's fucking incredible.
Well, just kind of leveled up a shitload. You know?
Yep. That's the way to do it. That's the way to make it manageable.
You know, dude, by the way, your YouTube channel is just taking off. That's super awesome, man.
Oh, yeah, my YouTube channel. Oh, these guys, these bunch of whack-a-moles. They're
fucking blasting off.
Yeah, dude, bare feet. Of course I'm fucking barefooted. What, do you expect me to wear socks in Arizona? You know how hot it is here? It's incredibly hot.
Yeah, it's got to be hot. What's the weather like today?
Dude,
is it?
It's like 110, I bet. 110-ish.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Fuck that. Am I right? Fuck that shit.
That's intense, man.
Yeah, dude. And the humidity is so high.
I start sweating balls at 80.
Okay, just kidding. It's 106, and the humidity is at 25%. Holy moly, I'm a weatherman now. Welcome to my new segment of the show where I tell you about the weather. Yes.
There's no way I could do it. No way. Maybe for a visit, that would be really fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, coming here in the winter time for Illinois, fuck Illinois' winter. Just come to Arizona and chill with me.
Yeah, winter's not too bad here, actually. I mean, it's like a month gets super bad, but up until that month, it's pretty normal. It's bearable. You could get through it. Like February maybe.
Right.
It's a tough month.
I'm a honey badger, damn it. 850 subs. Yeah, that's going well. That's going pretty good. And Dan, right now, I just need to ask Casey many questions, and then probably in 15 minutes or so, I'll let you guys ask some questions, and then I'll ask some more questions. And we can do it like that, Just a little back and forth, a little ping pong with the question ball.
Yeah, man. You're going to need a moderator soon when this takes off.
Yeah. Okay. Blueberry, what up, Skullface? Hello, everybody. How we doing? So yeah, Casey, you got into that. Are you gonna be doing any more music? You thinking about making some more music? Have you been messing around with music at all, or where you at there? What are you doing in
Yeah,
that
I mess
space?
around with music all the time. I think, shit, I don't know. It's a little hard to talk about, but when I get in a creative mood, I just decide to go for it, and sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. I think in the past 2 months, I probably made like 3 songs or so, you
Oh
know? I
yeah.
mean, I call them songs, but there's no vocals in them all the time. I always leave out vocals.
Is
I'm
that
not a
something that you
vocalist.
want to include, or is you just not really interested in that side of it?
You know, I mean, I have this nice microphone now, and I've thought about doing it, but I live in an apartment, and I'm still a little nervous about just going at it, and unleashing my voice. You know,
Right. Yeah,
I'm
I can
not I'm
see
not
that.
that confident with it, I guess,
Yeah,
with singing,
I understand. That's hard, dude. Just any
and
type
it's
of stuff
something
like
that,
that.
yeah. I mean, from my perspective, I put years and years into guitar, and I finally got okay. So I can just imagine having to do the same thing all over again with singing, and that it just seems like it's going to be such a long road
Yeah,
for me.
that's
I'm pretty much tone deaf. I don't have that perfect pitch, as some people call it.
dude. Are
Some
you
people hear
shitting
a
me?
note.
You have the most perfect pitch I've ever heard.
Well,
And
thank you,
I know
sir.
fucking pitches.
Awesome. Well, hey, you know what? You said it. I guess it's true, right?
Yeah.
Make a
Yeah.
BuzzFeed article about it, and it'll be a fact.
Dude, I mean, it is a fact. Boom. I said it. What the hell's up
Facts
with
don't
my
lie.
phone? Yeah, so you're gonna be. Did you end up getting the fork for your bike? Did that end up working out?
All right, so I'm gonna tell you a funny story now.
Okay, okay, I love funny
So
stories.
you're aware of the drama, right? That I involved Discord in with me getting the bike and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, you let Discord know that you were having issues with that whole shebang.
Yeah, so I emailed poor Timmy
Oh,
at support at City Grounds,
poor
and
Timmy.
he was a nice guy. I gave him a nasty ass email. I was typing away, telling him pretty much, I'm gonna leave you a bad review. I don't like your products. You guys fucked me, things like that. And then he just sends me a email back with like a couple words, like, we packaged the bikes with the forks backwards.
Right.
So, silly me, I just had the handlebars spun around.
Oh no! Oh no, dude! Holy fuck! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Dude.
So I emailed him back, and I was like, Timmy, I'm so sorry for wasting your time.
My God,
And
poor
I was
Timmy.
really upset. And I was like, I think I'm feeling a little disabled today. Can you forgive me? I'm not going to leave you a bad review. I'm going to leave you a super awesome review because you put up with me, you answered my questions, and I was just being an angry customer
Dude,
for no reason.
Timmy, I can't believe it. You really hurt him, man. You really hurt.
Yeah,
hurt poor
definitely
Timmy.
wrecked. Poor, yeah, and that was the feedback I left. I was like, Timmy in support was a one stand-up guy. It was nothing about the bike. It was just all about Timmy being a great guy. I felt so dumb.
Oh, dude. It happens. Mistakes happen in life. What can you do?
It's an embarrassing story. I actually contemplated not telling anybody that story except for my girlfriend. But
Dude.
there you go.
It's a good story, man. It's too bad that you had to rail into Timmy, but yeah, let's just say sometimes people deserve it.
He's a real hero, man.
Yeah, he's a real fucking hero. Goddamn Timmy. Well
And
done,
a real
Timmy.
human being.
I'm thinking about having him up on here next. Would that be cool? Call Timmy
Yeah,
up.
definitely bring him on board. He said cheers to me, so I think he might be English or something
yeah.
like that.
Yep. I could see
But
that.
he's in Cali. It's a Cali-based company. I think it's in Huntington Beach.
Well, at least you got that fucking resolved. Have you ridden it at all? Have you been riding it?
Oh yeah, dude. I think I put on close to 100 miles already in a week.
100 miles. Holy
I
fuck.
fucking yeah. I got one of those little things that go on the seat. It's like a little flat thing you can carry around your stuff with you. So a lot of times I'll put my wallet on there. I'll put my hammock on there, my hammock straps, and
Oh my
I'll
God.
pack a little fucking lunch.
Oh my
And I'll
god.
just go.
That sounds so
I'll go a couple
fucking
towns
nice.
over.
Holy shit.
It is nice. What I like to do when I go for a bike ride is just put on like a 2-3 hour podcast, and I just go one way, listen to it, come back, listen to another.
Damn, that sounds so
It's really
fun.
refreshing.
What kind of lunch do you pack when you do that shit?
Pretty much like granola bars.
Oh, granola
some
bars.
Beef jerky.
Dude, gotta love granola bars.
Very heavy in the carbohydrates.
Oh, yes,
That's something I don't have a lot. And that's something I got to be more conscientious about.
Right.
Otherwise, I risk getting more headaches and shit like that.
Oh.
I don't know if anybody knows, but sometimes I disappear for a few days on Discord. That's mostly because I get migraines.
Oh, okay. That's terrible, man.
Terrible.
I wish you didn't get those migraines. It's fucking awful.
It's the paradox of headaches, my friend.
Dude, maybe there's a doctor in the chat. Is there a doctor in the chat? There could be a doctor, and they could maybe assist with this ailment. So you think that
have you been running a lot?
Not as of late.
Enough about my headaches. Enough about that.
That's true. That's true. No more headache talk. No more of that. But yeah, I mean, I've been running a little bit here and there, but it's also it's way too hot right now. It needs to cool off. Even just sitting inside, my mustache is super sweaty. So it's like, if I were to go running outside, can you imagine how fucking sweaty my mustache would be then?
Does your wife ever participate with you?
No, she actually doesn't like to run. And if we do run together...
Same with my girlfriend.
She doesn't like to run with me also, because... well, it's hard for me to run... Because
you're a terrible runner and you're super fucking slow?
Yeah, because it's hard for me to run slow, dude. How the fuck are you supposed to do that? You can end up hurting yourself. You're not supposed to... If you go running, you're supposed to keep, do the pace that you're comfortable at, not just, like, some awkward pace in order to go slower for another person.
Well, you've had a lot of running genes in your family, though. That's the thing. Like, you said your mom does she do ultra marathons? Is that what she does?
Yeah, she does ultra marathons. Bronx, I'm not from New Jersey, and neither is KC. We're from the great Midwest, right?
Midwest. Chicago, baby. Close to it.
Yeah, Chicago. Hey, hey. Yeah. Hey, everybody from Chicago.
Deep dish pizza and murder. We got it.
Deep dish. Wait, that's Italian. Wait, murder. Al Capone.
Apparently, Chicago is one of the worst for that.
Is there a proctologist in the chat? Why is somebody's ass hurting? Do we got some ass pain? Anyways, KC. So, you've been doing this YouTube shit. So I've seen that you've been making people thumbnails and shit like that. That's super nice of you. Do you just, see them streaming and you're like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna, just do this? Or what really, pushes you to do that? Because that's really nice, and, it's out of nowhere, and that's incredible. And I know they're super appreciative.
It's kind of a twofold answer.
Yes.
I'll say the what's it called? The selfish one first. The selfish answer is that I use it to develop my own skills.
Right.
And get better and try and, learn new things, hone my craft, things like that.
Right.
Another reason I do it is because I like to see people who stream and who are maybe newer to it, at least from my perception. I like to encourage them to do it more. And I think, I see a lot of people don't know how to do stuff like that. And I think that if they had a little bit more help, that they would probably do stuff more often. That's just kind of what I think. So
so it'll help push them to stream more often.
That's the other aspect of it.
You get to interact with them more often.
Or at least, make their YouTube channel look a little different. Maybe you get more people, things like that.
That's fucking awesome, man. That's so nice.
Yeah, and I enjoy it. Like I said, I get to push myself to try new things,
Right.
It seems like every time I do a thumbnail for a new person, I try and outdo the last thumbnail I did for somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you have some of the most beautiful fucking thumbnails of all time. Like, not even just the ones you made for me, although those are extremely beautiful. Not the ones with my face on, I'm just saying.
Guy, dude.
I'm not saying that, that's not what I was saying.
You're a beautiful guy. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you, mother and father.
I'm gonna have some fun.
Yeah. Dude, exactly. Yeah, I think your thumbnails are fucking super dope. And as Ghoulie said, made some of my first thumbnails over a year ago when I first started trying. That's so nice. And now she's doing it on her own. Fucking pushed her more or less.
Yeah, it's, making thumbnails isn't even that hard for anybody who, I mean, it's, you got to learn how to do it, obviously, but there are so many tutorials out there for free programs. I just use a free program called GIMP, G-I-M-P, stands for GNU Image Manipulation Program. It's 100% free. You could get it for Windows or Macintosh. And then, there's a million tutorials on YouTube. So you can just learn how to do one thing at a time, and eventually you just mix them all together.
Right.
And then boom. The next thing you know, you got a nice looking picture.
Dude, a hot tamale, a very hot tamale.
Yeah, exactly. But like I was saying, your face makes the thumbnails that much more nicer.
Yeah, that picture is really nice. I wish I had some other pictures to send to you.
Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you, put on some shades.
Yeah.
Go with that retro 80s look, send me a picture. We'll do some things with it. Pink shorts,
Right, the pink shorts,
Maybe you
I
can
know.
pull them up, smiling or something.
Maybe, yeah, I could get a stranger, just walk around outside, get a stranger to take pictures of me. I'm like, hey, can you take a picture of me?
Dude, viral video right here. Do an IRL stream and wear a diaper and paint it pink.
Oh, god damn it. Dude, I can't do that. Are you kidding me? I have a little bit of self-respect. Just,
and then
I don't
you gotta
know
go
why.
talk to people. You gotta go and apply for like jobs in Walmart and stuff and have people look at you.
Yeah, that's
like,
actually a good
why is this motherfucker
idea.
in a diaper?
Get like a hidden camera, like a nipple camera or something. Maybe like a freckle camera. They won't be able to tell. Or just like tape
something.
a fucking camera to my chin. That could work too.
You know what else is probably really good? If you, I don't know, interact with law enforcement and tape that. Because they apparently get pissed at that, even though it's your legal right.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. Alright. We're on to the next part. Let's go. Multiple questions. I'm going to fire you a bunch of questions. Rapid fire. And I want to hear your responses. No, they're very simple, dude. These are all like really great. I just want to get to know you better, alright? Don't think too much about this.
Person. I didn't touch him, I swear. It
wasn't
me.
Dude, are you ready? So there's like 10 of them. It's really quite simple. What's your favorite color?
I'll try. Blue.
What's your favorite animal?
A dog.
What's your favorite food?
Ooh, skirt steak.
Skirt steak? What's your favorite planet, goddammit? And what does it have to do with skirt steaks?
I would say Earth.
Earth? Wait, why is Earth your favorite planet out of all things? You can have any planet.
Did you say planet?
Yeah, planet.
Earth.
Why is planet Earth your favorite?
Dude, are you kidding me? Because Earth is filled with people. People are beautiful. There's so much different outlooks, perceptions, and this is the only fucking planet that has any of that, dude. As far as I know, I don't think there's gonna be another Earth in my generation.
Oh, wait, save that thought. I'm gonna write that down real quick. Hold on. Just Earth. That's
KC
what I want to
likes
talk
Earth
about.
because people are on there.
I'm
gonna get you.
Hold on, we're gonna segue into that question in a moment. We gotta finish the rapid question round. Here we go. Rapid question number 4 or 5. What's your favorite milk?
2%.
2%? Are you kidding me? What about chocolate? All right, what's your favorite fruit?
Oh, wow. That one's tough.
Dude, are you kidding me? Banana? Are you kidding me? Why would you choose bananas out of any fucking fruit? There's so many better fruits on it. Alright, next one.
Salad? Does salad count?
Wait, that's the next one.
I'm just kidding. That's
what's your favorite plant? What's your favorite plant?
Favorite plant?
Yeah. It can't be salad. Marijuana. There we go. That's what I figured you'd say. What's your favorite pastime? And baseball's not allowed. No baseball.
Riding my bike alone.
Riding your bike? What kind of fucking pass? I'm just kidding. That's a good one.
Or reading a book by myself with coffee.
Oh, that's a dream come true. What's your favorite year? What's been your favorite year out of all the years that have been here?
The year 0.
0? Wait, that's bananas. Did they even count the year 0 as 0? I don't know if that's really...
I don't know. There's a missing year. I think somebody's hiding something.
Holy shit, guys. Get on the fucking news, everyone. Alert everyone. We're missing a year.
I'll explain why I chose 0. Would you like to hear?
Alright, yes.
Because I have a huge fascination with...
Wait, hold on! We don't have time for that! What's your favorite day of the week?
Oh, Friday, dude. Hands down.
Okay, Friday. Wait, what were you saying about that whole year thing? Why is 0? What's up with that?
The whole story of, like, the Bible and the Gospels takes place around then.
Oh, right,
So that's,
right.
well, I mean, don't get me wrong. It was written around 60 to 70 AD, but it's about a story of somebody who supposedly lived around 0 to 30.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only reason. It's a fascinating story. It gives me
That's a good point.
a lot of things to think about. I dwell on that stuff a lot. How it doesn't make sense mostly.
Hold on.
And
Let's table that one. Table it. Sense.
Yeah, let's
Making
table it.
sense. Hold on.
Yes. Let me drink my coffee.
What? Oh, yeah. All right, ready? Hold on. Let me know when you're ready. Here comes another question.
I'm ready.
All right, question number 25 is, what's your favorite gaming system out of every single one that's ever existed? Compacts included, cell phones included. You got a beeper game? That counts too.
Probably PS4.
Oh yeah, it's a fine system, very nice system. If the government's watching, very nice system. Wait, hold on. Rapid fire continued. Why did we stop this rapid fire? Get back on it. All right, dude. What's your favorite game?
Bloodborne.
Oh, good choice. Do you wish there was a Bloodborne 2? Yes or no?
Yes.
Are you homosexual? Yes or no?
Only on the weekends.
And all right. Wait, really hot water or really cold water? This one I'm spitballing, by the way.
Dude, I don't think anybody drinks really hot water.
Oh, come on. You kidding me? Coffee and tea? What the fuck, man? Coffee and tea or cold chilled water?
Cold chilled water, my man.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Wait, do you like it? Do you like it when you get that, like, bite in the, when you, like, drink water and it hurts your teeth? Do you like that?
No, I really don't like that.
Oh, yeah,
as a
I
matter
hate
of
that.
fact, there's nothing worse than wanting to drink water and it's too cold and, like, you have to stop drinking it and, like, you're like, I don't have time to stop drinking this water, but it's
Yeah,
so
I need
cold.
to chug it. Is heteroflexal? What the fuck? Judgment Day is my favorite. These are excellent. All right. Now that spitball around it, good job, Casey.
Thank you.
Well done, dude. You made it through the gauntlet, as they call it.
Okay. Now you answer my question. What's your favorite day of the week?
Day of the week, holy shit. Saturday, every day.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
What's your favorite birthday?
Favorite birthday? Really good question. Probably not this one. Wait, hold on. At least when I was 23.
23?
Yeah, it was a good year. That was a good year. 23 was a good year.
All right, enough. What's your favorite planet?
What's my favorite planet? Venus.
What's your favorite number?
Oh, 23.
What's your favorite song?
A favorite song. That's a tough one, dude. It's always changing. Right now it's Interstellar by, what's his name? Fakir? You guys probably don't know who he is.
I haven't heard of that one. You're
It's
going to have to
a
send
really
me a
good
link
song.
on Discord to that.
It's a really good song. I could
Alright, what's your
play it.
favorite movie?
Either what is it? What's that one with Jim Carrey? Very serious.
Truman Show.
Truman Show or The Matrix, one or the other. The Matrix is
those are
different
good
though.
movies.
Yeah, definitely.
Matrix 1, 2, or 3?
Matrix 1 every fucking time. Are you kidding me? What do you think I'm bananas, dude? What do you think I'm fucking out of my mind? Yeah.
What if I told you potato?
Potato, yeah. I love that one.
Potato.
All right, now's hold on. No more questions from you. Hush. Just keep it down. Keep it inside. Now's the point in the podcast where the audience. This is one of 2 points where you get to ask questions of KC. So let's go, guys. What kind of questions do you have? Please let us know, and or don't. If you don't let us know, then we won't know. So that'd be pretty fucking dumb.
I'm getting nervous.
That movie's bad. 23's... No, that movie's terrible. That movie's awful. Bride and Prejudice? Number 23. No, I would never say the number 23 is my favorite movie on top of that. That movie's garbage. Absolute garbage. Never saw that one. 19 is a much better movie.
Yeah, that's talk about getting deep into a conspiracy, right?
Yeah, dude. Seriously, what's wrong with conspiracists?
But that one had a weird twist, didn't it? Wasn't he the actual murderer and he forgot about his past life or something?
Yeah. That's what it was. It was something like...
Vex, I do have a pet. I have a dog named Buster. He's about 7 years old. And I could go ahead and tell you guys how I got Buster.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
So me and my girlfriend were out for a bike ride in Crystal Lake in 2012. And it was a beautiful day out. And we just kind of rode bikes down the main road in Crystal Lake called Route 14. And there's a PetSmart there. And apparently every Saturday the PetSmart brings shelter dogs there and has them up for adoption. So what happened is we passed these dogs that were outside of the PetSmart, and we stopped to, check them out and whatnot. And there was this German Shepherd there, and I was like, oh my God, I really want a dog. My dog's not a German Shepherd, by the way, so I'll get to that. So I was like, how do I get this dog? I want to buy a dog right now. And they're like, well, we can't just sell you a dog. I was like, well, what do I gotta do to get a dog? They're like, well, where do you live? They're like, where do you live? And I'm like, oh, I live at home with my parents. And they're like, okay, you gotta call your parents. And I was like, oh shit, that's gonna be a tough sell. So I called my mom. I was like, Mom, you gotta come down here. Me and Christina are riding bikes, and you gotta check out this dog. You just gotta check it out. So she comes down there, and we're looking at dogs, and I'm like, this German Shepherd's the pimp daddy right here. It's all jumping on me. And then so my mom's seeing the dog. She's like, well, have you seen any of the other dogs? I'm like, no. So she's like, well, what about this one? And they let the dog out of the cage, and the dog just starts humping people. Just starts humping everyone. And then the dog is beautiful. It's a beautiful little brown dog. It looks a lot like Ghoul's dog called Bosco. I'm sure some of you guys have seen photos of Bosco, or even my dog in her server. And from there on, it was like love at first sight, dude. Me and that dog had so much in common. It's like, dude, you just gotta hump everything you see. It's like, I like that.
Hey-o. Wait,
so,
don't hump my leg.
That is it.
That'd be weird. Don't do that.
Yeah, well, one day.
One day.
You know?
Alright, Pixel Dwellers asked, how did KC meet you, Cactusss? Excellent question.
Ooh, this is good.
Yeah,
How
dude.
did I meet you?
Yeah, dude.
Well, let's see. If I have to think way, way back, I would have to link that to our buddy Josh.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep, that's what I would
Yeah,
say.
so we had a friend in common. I knew this guy from high school. He was 2 years older than me. I had a lot of friends in high school who were 2 years older than me. I didn't have a lot of peers that were my friends. So he had a brother, and Cactusss was really good friends with his brother, and we would just kind of always be over there, smoking pot in the garage, hanging out.
Whoa, don't tell him about that. I'm just kidding. Whoa. Tell him about
getting choked out by what's his name?
David?
David, yeah.
David, yeah.
Fucking this one time, I don't know what it was, but their dad and just picked Dan up by his neck.
Yep. And then
I
remember that.
Weird.
There was one time he held me down and fucking held me in place and was choking me and let everyone else take a jab at me.
Dude, he was a weird guy. He was totally anti-pot, and I remember Josh would always blame me whenever his dad found pot, the pipe, whatever it was. He'd be like, "Oh, that's Kevin's."
Yep.
So his dad just naturally hated me, naturally hated you, because everything would get blamed on other people.
Yep, they broke the table. They're like, it was Cactusss. And it's like, are you no? No, it wasn't me. They just did that because they're bastards.
So that's how we met. And then, we were never really close, though. We just
Right.
kind of always saw each other. And then it wasn't until a few years ago that we had another mutual friend who had a house off of Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
We called it the Lake House. And we would always meet up there, like, you know, usually every other weekend we'd probably see each other there for a good while.
Yeah, oh
and
yeah,
we
for
would get
sure.
hammered.
Every single
And we would
weekend.
just, back then, we would debate. We wouldn't even talk.
Yeah, we would just argue. I remember this so vividly. Just like, you know,
Yeah.
those two people in a corner just arguing over, you know, just their opinions or whatnot. That would be me and Casey, essentially.
That was it. I'd go
Yeah.
over to this house and I'd be like, oh, Dan's there. I'm going to tell him the Bible doesn't make sense.
Yeah, yeah. And I would argue
And
with
then,
them.
yep, that was it. That was it. It was good times, though. I've never experienced anything like that since.
Oh yeah, those were great fucking conversations. Speaking of which, you had said something about wait, one last question real quick was from Liquid. He asked, have you ever been arrested? You don't have to answer that. It's up to you.
No, I've never been arrested. I've gotten an underage drinking ticket.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I did. At
Well, yeah,
NIU.
it's so stupid.
And do you want to know how I got it? Pretty much, I was at a party on a balcony. It was the second floor of the building, and we saw cops enter the apartment. It was at my friend Michelle's apartment, and so I was out on the balcony. I had a beer in my hand, so I just immediately drank as much as I could, and I lobbed the bottle off of the balcony. And lo and behold, I see a flashlight shine up at me. And
Oh
then
my God.
He's like, hey, you, did you just throw a beer bottle at me? And then I was like, no, I wasn't even drinking. And then back then, Showtime had a girlfriend. I'm not sure if they were married at that point, but she was
Yeah.
right next to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, you gotta say that I wasn't drinking and I didn't throw that beer. And then so she vouched for me. And so she was kind of like my evidence, you know? So I never really got in trouble for that. But everybody at the party ended up getting a drinking ticket for the most part. So,
That sounds
I mean,
like
I
a-
was drunk at that point. Yeah.
It still sounds like a good party. I mean, despite all
That
the
was
drinking
close, man.
tickets. Yeah,
If I was out there alone, I would have been in bad shape.
right. Because you would have gotten in trouble for throwing the bottle at him. Not like you were actually throwing the bottle at him, though. You know.
Smooth peanut butter or crunchy peanut butter?
Hey, who asked
I guess
that?
Gingerfish did.
What the
I
fuck,
do like
dude? That's
both.
another one of my questions. What are you doing,
I like
Ginger?
both.
Crunchy or
And
smooth PB? That's my question number 10, you son of a bitch! Ruining all my questions.
Busted. And yes, I can post a picture of my dog on Discord for you, Vex.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Yeah, it's very, yeah, exactly. Alright, so let's get back to the whole question and answer here. I'm gonna...
Josh sounds like a weirdo. He's a really funny guy. I love Josh. He's one of my longtime best friends.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He really is. He's also
He
into
was
gaming,
actually-
but he
he was
hasn't
the
gamed as
bassist.
much.
He was the guy who always played bass whenever I was in a band with people.
Right,
He was
yep.
like the consistent bassist.
Yeah, he's good at bass, too. He's pretty much good at anything he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely good.
Which everyone knows. Like, I've been playing chess with him as of late, and he's, like, still kicking
Do
my
I
ass.
remember Dale? I
Dale.
do remember Dale.
God damn.
Not too much. I remember I was Christmas shopping one year at Bed Bath & Beyond, and I ran into him, and we had a brief kind of like, hey man, what's up type of deal. And that was about it.
Can't wait for the 10th question. Shut up, Ginger. The podcast thumbnail is beautiful. Yeah, it is super duper beautiful. Wait, did you run into him at Spring Hill Mall? Is that what you...
No, it was at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said the mall. I don't know why I thought that. But yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond.
It was a
Good store.
strip mall.
Yeah, strip mall. Was that the one in Crystal Lake? That Bed Bath
Yes,
Beyond?
sir.
Yep, I remember that Bed Bath Beyond. Went shopping for a garbage can there.
So what else you got? What do you want to know about Earth?
Alright, yeah. So you think that life is so significant on Earth, right? That's what you said, why you said Earth was your favorite? Correct me if I'm wrong?
Yes. Well,
Alright.
yeah, for the most part, generally.
Yeah, so Earth
Let's
is your
just say that, yeah.
Alright, so Earth is your favorite because life is on Earth. Do you think that that says anything about Earth in general, whether or not it's significant, whether or not it has any... What do you think of that, essentially, is where I'm going with this? What exactly are your thoughts on that?
I think in the big picture, the Earth is just a rock in space that happened to have mass to pull in a certain amount of ingredients that essentially ended up being the right circumstances for people to exist. I mean, people are... the first form of life, essentially, I think, came into existence 3.5 billion years ago.
Right.
And we have a direct connection to that first single-celled organism.
Yeah,
we
so
have
crazy.
evolved in a continuous chain from that thing that was on Earth 3.5 billion years ago. So do I think it's significant? Not really.
On the universe, you mean, more or less, in terms of the universal scale?
I think it's pretty much, for the most part, been proven that given enough space, given enough time, there can be an infinite amount of stuff, right?
Well, yeah, like a monkey on a typewriter could write Hamlet given enough time.
So there's nothing really special about people in that sense, except for that I'm on the planet, I'm living, I'm trying to find meaning for my life.
Right.
So that's what makes it special. I don't deal with people on other planets.
Yeah. So you don't believe in people on other planets, aliens? What about intelligent life on other planets? What do you think?
Well, I think it certainly has to exist.
Okay.
I mean, I don't see why not.
Right. What about the Fermi paradox? I mean, the Fermi paradox pretty much asserts what you just said, that it should exist, but yet we don't find examples of it, despite all our efforts or signs of it.
If life exists on another planet, does it even have any relevance for us anyways?
Wow, very interesting. Well, you know, religious people would say that that diminishes our meaning, more or less, would also refutes things that are in the Bible that say, like, oh, we're a special planet, we're very special, we're special people!
I'd go as far as to say that the people who believe things like that are not intelligent people, and they do not even believe in the Bible. They claim to believe in it, but they probably don't adhere to any principles in it. They're probably mean people.
Judgmental.
I mean, let ye who have no sin cast the first stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that means no one can throw a stone.
Right.
But a lot of people are out there throwing stones in the name of God.
Dude, this planet is special, bruh. Right. And people do throw stones no matter what the Bible says. To take it literally. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Just being on a joke stick.
Well, it also says circumcise your heart, so are we going to take that literal too?
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about removing the foreskin of my heart. And just because a book told me to. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is a metaphor. Right.
Remove the bad from yourself.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of that? Removing the bad from yourself? Because...
Well, I think if you read the Bible, then I think that that's one of the only valuable points it has.
The only one? No, there's way more than
one
that.
Of them.
There's some good ones.
For the most part, the Bible's broken up into two sections, Old and New Testament.
Right.
The Old
You're
Testament is
old.
essentially Judaism.
Yeah.
And the New Testament is pretty much what's it called? Like hereticism? Pretty much anybody who believes in the New Testament is pretty much a Jewish heretic.
Yeah,
for the
because
most part.
They don't believe what the Old Testament says. Because they don't think that Jesus is Jesus. Yeah, I know.
Well, they think Jesus is Jesus, but they don't
think he's God. They don't think he's the Messiah. Right. He doesn't. They don't.
But that doesn't even matter, because you can read the New Testament and not even believe he's the Messiah and become a better person.
Oh, I completely agree.
I don't even think that that's even a point of it. I think that's what it's meant about people who are unintelligent. They don't know how to read, for the most part.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I was more so saying, like, against your point that, you know, I think that the New Testament does have a lot of wisdom in it. I've read it before, back when I was religious, and I think it has a lot of wisdom in it. Granted, the stories are ridiculous. Majority of them don't make sense. Lazarus, Jesus himself.
Thomas Jefferson wrote a reinterpretation of the Bible, and he took out all the miracles.
Right, yeah. And honestly, I bet you that's a pretty interesting book. Not more interesting, but
I
a
read
virtue-filled
pieces of it.
book.
It's kind of short.
Suppose.
It's a lot more dull. I mean, it's not the same. But even miracles in the Bible have their purpose.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
to me, the whole purpose of miracles being in the New Testament and the Gospels is to make logical people think about them.
Right.
Because, I mean, anybody who understands what a miracle is has to understand then that it can't exist by its very definition.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if God says, let there be life, let there be earth, and everything's from God, and then something happens in contradiction to God, then God's not God, right?
Right.
So
no,
God can't even...
This is like part of the arguments for God and against God. And like I wrote a paper on this once, and I said that majority of the contradictions that people pose against God, because this was back when I believed in God more or less, I would say something that like to the effect of majority of the attributes that you give to God are just glorified human attributes, and human
Absolutely.
attributes. But that doesn't apply to something that's divine. Why are we saying that he's all good necessarily? What does good even mean to a being that's beyond our comprehension, so to speak? Like, what is any of the... I mean, obviously, like, we're supposed to be have been
and
created from...
I'd venture to state that good and evil don't actually even exist.
Right, yeah, that's a really interesting take. Yeah, you like the Art of War? Just take a fat bong rip right now. What up, little duo? Hello there, how you doing? How you fucking doing? Jordan, I'm just talking with KC here, Sleepy Owl. He's a good bud of mine, and we're just discussing the Earth and life and pretty much just like the
pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, the pursuit of happiness. Yeah, the will
life,
to
liberty,
power.
and property.
Yeah, property. Yeah, that was the original. It wasn't Pursuit of Happiness. It was Property by John Locke. That
yeah. I think I should have stayed property, to tell you the truth. I think government would be a lot better.
Well, yeah, I completely agree with you. I think the pursuit of happiness, the problem with it is that it's fruitless, and then also...
It's unclear.
And it's very subjective. Like, what if I like fingering buttholes? Is that what I mean, my pursuit should be? Yeah, that's a very crude example, but what I mean more like, what if my happiness is derived from going and hitting mirrors off of people's cars or something like that? You know, is that what I'm entitled to?
Well, I mean, if somebody wants you to punch the mirrors off their car, then I think that's fine.
Right. But majority of people, I would assume, wouldn't like that. Would not appreciate their mirrors. Waking up in the morning, too. Can you imagine waking up in the morning and just seeing your fucking mirror being gone?
But back to what you were saying about butts, I mean, technically, that's okay as long as the person you're doing it to wants you to do it to them.
Right, yeah. I see nothing wrong with that, I suppose.
But you can't make people do things that they don't want to do. That's
Exactly. I think that's something like I learned when my girlfriend broke up with me at one time. I just like realized that's like a very important life lesson to always be holding on to, is like you can't control other people. Like that is beyond your power and abilities, and you shouldn't be trying to do anything like that. You should more or less just be like trying to control yourself, because that's the only thing you can fucking control. And the temperature to which your yolk is runny or not. You can control that as well, as long as you pay attention. You know what I mean?
I've been cooking eggs, past couple of mornings, and every time I crack that egg and put it into the pan, the yolk breaks.
Oh, dude, you gotta be gentler. You gotta be more gentle, dude. Don't even... You just crack it on the fucking edge and then split it with your fingers and just make sure no shell gets in there.
I always crack it. I eat my eggs with a spoon, okay? So I crack the egg with a spoon.
You crack it with a spoon? What the fuck?
Yes.
What are you, some kind of fancy pants or something? Are you kidding me?
Never crack it on the counter. Never crack it on your pan.
Are you kidding me? I've been making eggs for years. I'm an expert.
Dude, okay, here, let me break it down to you. If you crack the egg on the side of the pan, there's a probability that some of that egg's going to go onto the outside of that pan.
Oh, good, valid point. Very valid point. But at the same time, you crack it with a spoon, you look ridiculous, first of all. I'm just saying from the outside perspective.
I'm not afraid of a little raw egg. So I'll eat it on my spoon, a little bit of raw egg, whatever's there.
You should be very afraid of it. You scared her. I didn't scare anybody. I scared nobody. But that's a very interesting way to crack your egg there, bud. Where did you learn that from?
Yeah. I just kind of learned that from myself. You know,
Oh,
it's kind of like when you're left in the kitchen for long enough, you just kind of like start doing other stuff. Like, oh, what can I hit on an egg to make it crack?
that's good.
You know, like, oh, can I shred this potato with a spoon or a fork?
Right.
Do I have to cut with a knife, or can I cut with the dull end of a spoon?
I mean, all valid questions. All right, so I got
actually
a bunch
opened my avocados with a spoon. Yeah. Okay, keep going. Let's go.
Are you
I'm
kidding
ready.
me? Are you out
I'm
of
a
your
virgin,
fucking
yes.
mind,
I'm
dude?
a virgin.
What the fuck is right? There's a knife, probably in your kitchen as well. Oh, you're a virgin? Wait, that was one of my questions. How did you know? How did you know? All right.
Well, it's one of those gotcha questions.
So I looked up interview questions today when I was at work. I was like, well, I need to come up with a couple questions that I'm going to ask this guy here. And
Man, what am I interviewing for? Come on.
this is for a job. Do you want the job or not? I'm offering you great
no.
pay, amazing
Wait.
benefits.
Can you fire me?
No, you can fire me.
Okay, you're fired.
What the fuck? I didn't hire you yet. Guess what? You're fired before you even started. Look what you've done. You foiled yourself
Dude, it's
boy.
a you're fired world now.
Yeah,
All
it's a
right.
year. Okay, anyways.
Interview me.
All right. Here we go. This is on a sheet of paper with the rim, or whatever this is called. The ream. The ream. There we go. Not rim. I don't know why I'm saying that. I got a question for you. Nature or nurture? That's a really good question. Why don't you answer that one real quick? This is much
Okay.
better. Nature.
I think that
versus
nature and nurture both have a huge impact, probably 50%. I think
Okay.
that you have genes in your body that could be activated by your environment. That's called secondary
Yeah, I've heard of that
characteristics or
before.
secondary sex
I've
characteristics.
heard of that. Yep.
Talked about by Darwin, you know. So, for instance, if you had, let's say your father's an entrepreneur and he started his business in his 30s or something. So when you, the son, are in your 30s, you're more likely to start a business in your 30s than in your 20s or your 40s or your 30s.
Make memes, don't we? That's pretty interesting. So, a little mixture of both.
Yeah. Some people are victim to nature, unfortunately. You know, some
Right.
people never get a shot at life. Some people are born certain ways and they don't get a shot at anything. So for them, it's nurture.
Yeah, those poor bastards. Alright. Now, on to my question. Good question. The gatekeeper is real. I can't even fucking speak right now. Alright, so, let's say, if you will, KC, Sleepy Owl, say you're stranded on a desert island. What 3 things are you gonna bring with you?
Stranded on a desert. Okay. I'm gonna bring a gun. I'm gonna bring a
gun.
pillow, and I'm going to bring. Oh, I don't know. Maybe my dog.
So, safety, neck pain, and loving friendship. Very important
okay. If I'm
attributes.
stuck on a desert island and I'm not getting off of it, I'm bringing a motherfucking gun. I'm not starving to death.
Cactus's mom. Wow, Liquid. Wow, Liquid. Do you see this guy? He says that one of the 3 should be my mom. Would she be an option for you? You thinking about taking her or what?
I've never met her. I don't want to
Yeah.
say no.
If
'Cause
you
I don't
say
know
no,
what she
that's
looks like.
offensive. You say yes, it's more offensive. So no matter what, you're offending everyone here.
Well, I'd hate to ask you, but is your mom hot?
I hate to tell you, but I'm not attracted to my mom. I just think she's a beautiful woman.
She's beautiful. I'll take her.
Yeah. Alright, you're the winner! Congratulations! The mom giveaway. KC Sleepy Owl being the first guest on the podcast gets my mother for taking satellite phone Wilson. Who
Of
needs
course,
a
I wouldn't have to
volleyball?
take her because she would come with me voluntarily. But
Yeah, that's the whole point of the strand on Desert Island. You bring three things against their will, with or without their say. That's the way it works. All right, next three questions. Three types of questions. When did you go through puberty?
I would have to say when I was a sophomore in high school, freshman or sophomore. I was a little bit of a late bloomer. I was super short. I had a backpack that was essentially the same size as me.
Oh, shit.
That's kind of how I knew when I went through puberty.
Well, I'm sure
My backpack became normal sized.
I'm sure. Okay. All right. Question number 3. If you could name a boat, what would you name it?
I really don't know. I would have to say, Paradise Man.
Paradise Man. Ooh, that's pretty nice.
Fucking know.
Paradise
Yeah, attract
Man.
the ladies. You know, they're gonna see the boat. They're gonna be like, Paradise Man. I want to get on that.
Oh yeah, that's actually I like that name, Paradise Man. It's
Well,
like
thanks, because I think it's kind of a really dumb name.
No, I think it's a great name actually, because I love the thought of paradise. I love the thought of being in paradise. Not men. I don't love that thought because that would be gay. I'm not trying to be gay here. I'm just trying to make.
What's wrong with being gay, dude?
Hey man, I didn't say anything is wrong with being gay. I'm just saying I'm not trying to be gay here. If I'm trying to be gay, you would get it. You know, you would.
I told you I'm gay on the weekends. And
oh
Friday
yeah, you
counts.
did say that. Oh shit. You didn't say Friday counts though. That's like a big majority of the weekend at this point. Time.
Dad. Alright, what else you got? Adios, Vex.
Later, Vex. Thank you so much for fucking hanging out. Yeah, catch you in a bit. Hell yeah. Alright, next question. If you could lose any limb, which one would you give up? I'm not talking about wiener. Wiener's off the list.
Probably a left leg.
Left leg? You like your right leg?
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah, I feel like I'm right leg dominant, so walking on crutches would be easier. And I definitely don't want to lose an arm, because if you lose an arm, aka a hand, the hand is the best part of the arm, if you ask me. If you lose that, you're severely limited in what you can do.
Alright, so say you lose your left arm, and we're willing to attach it to your hip. Would you take this option?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, yeah, that's fair.
Actually, no, I'd still lose the leg.
Oh, you'd still go with it. Okay, alright, yeah.
I don't want a hand at my hip.
Come on, man. It's like it's still functional. It'll still like squeeze things. A little bit less of a grip ability, obviously, because it's a hand sewed on your hip. So, I don't know.
Alright, my biggest fear?
Yeah, what's your biggest fear?
Well, my
Good blade.
legitimate fear that I have is essentially when I get a migraine. That's a legitimate fear that I have. I have a lot of fears that aren't necessarily grounded in reality, you know? Like, I got a fear of heights. That kind of makes my stomach curl, and makes my palms and my feet get sweaty when I think about it.
Right.
Think about being really high up on a building, but that's kind of an imagined fear. I get headaches. Sometimes they put me out for a whole week. So it can be really bad.
Yeah, it's a long time, dude. That's fucking crazy. You get those kind of headaches. That's terrible.
Well, the fear with that is not knowing the level of pain I'm going to be in, because you never know. So, for instance, I had one last Saturday. I had a migraine. I got an auras. That's where pretty much you start seeing, like, you ever look at those static images that look like they move when you look at them?
Yeah.
Like trippy stuff. So pretty much you see that in a part of your vision. At least I do. And then immediately I know from that point on that I'm not going to have a good day, and possibly a good couple days at that point. So the only thing I can really do is down some aspirin and hope that I get the aspirin in time. I think last Saturday I got the aspirin in time. I downed 4 or 5 of them as soon as I noticed it. Another thing about that is I don't know what my triggers are. So the last couple times what happened is that I woke up in the morning around 6:30, and I got on my computer and I was looking on Reddit at memes. So I don't do that anymore.
You're attributing it to the Reddit memes? That must be it.
Looking,
if I was a doctor.
Looking at my computer.
Oh yeah, maybe looking at your computer.
I also got one a couple months ago after smoking a cigarette. And I also got another one after having a frozen pizza.
What, dude?
The only thing you can really do... Well, okay, so since then, since the frozen pizza incident, I've cut out nitrates, whatever those are, from my diet. So I don't... yeah, they're in a lot of preserved foods. So I don't eat bacon anymore, sadly. I don't, like... I try and get things without that. Like, I can't just buy normal beef jerky anymore. I gotta make sure I get some without sodium nitrate or whatever.
Dude, not the nitrate. Anything but the nitrate.
Well, the scary part is I don't even know if that's what it is.
I doubt that that's what it is.
But I'm pretty consistent with my diet. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm pretty consistent. I do things out of the ordinary sometimes. But even that's not consistent. Like, I thought I was getting them more frequently when I was taking pre-workout, so I stopped taking pre-workout.
Yeah, the protein.
No, pre-workout's loaded with, like, caffeine, citrulline malate, arginine. So pretty much, a headache is pretty much what we know about headaches and migraines is that it's the dilation of blood vessels in your brain.
So this turtle lover person has multiple questions. He or she asked, what was your guys' stupid memory from when you were a child? And also, have you killed an animal and how?
Okay. Well, where should I start? Which one?
Just start. What's the stupidest memory from when you were a child?
Okay. So, I think I was playing with RC planes one time when I was a kid. RC planes, like the Hot Wheels ones or whatever. And I stabbed it up my brother's nose.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because me and my brother are, like, pretty close in age, so, like, you know, as a kid, I'm assuming, as being an older brother, there was a point in my life where I was a little kid and I was like, oh my god, I got a brother, he's getting more attention or whatever. So that's what I have no idea why, but I regret it to this day. I feel bad for all the bullying I put that guy through, but I love him to death. Have I ever killed an animal? Yes, I think I have. One time I was driving my car, and I was just driving, and I was kind of driving slow because I saw a dog run out of somebody's yard. And so I slowed down my car a little bit, and the dog just runs into my car. I didn't even hit it. It ran into the side of my car.
Are you kidding me?
No, dude, it kamikazed me.
What the fuck, dude? Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope, not at all. And so I pulled over immediately, and I knew where the dog came from, and so I ran into the backyard, and there's a couple people there. They're having a get together or whatever, and I'm like, I think I hit your dog. And this guy ran out into the street, and there's a little white dog. It kind of looks like if you ever seen Mystery Meat Shield's dog.
Yeah.
It looks like a dog like that.
Yeah, I know those dogs.
Yeah, and so it was laying there. It was white. There was blood. It was in bad shape, and the guy ran out, and he started crying, and he just immediately picked up his dog, gave me this look like he was gonna find me and kill me.
Well,
and
he found you already.
So. Well, no, I told him what happened. He ran out into the street, grabbed his dog, and then drove away.
Oh, he just drove away?
Yeah. He did. He didn't even give a fuck about me, but he looked at me like he wanted to kill me.
Right. Oh, okay, yeah, I gotcha.
You know, because, you know, dogs man's best friend, you know what I mean? Like, if you have a dog, you're attached, that's your companion. It's unlike any other animal that exists in the world. It's essentially a human being. So that happened.
That's rough, dude. I have a question for you, my good man. And also, hello, Papa freaking Smurf. Hello, MLG Ice Crystal Man Animations. How you fucking doing? And Gojira, hello there. How the fuck are you, Buster? How's your butt?
Hey, everybody who's new, Papa, Turtle Lover, MLG's here.
Oh. Ah, shit, that sucks. Quick question.
Little Bug.
KC, yeah, little bug, little bug, the main. Yeah, Rester, hello. Quick question, KC. How much could I pay you to lose a limb? This left leg, as you had proposed.
I honestly don't think you could pay me any amount of money to lose a limb.
$0? I mean, like, what if I give you $99 billion?
Okay, well then I would take it so that I can take care of the rest of the world.
Okay, what if I gave you
I could do more good with my limbs than I can with money, I'm sure.
$99 million?
Alright, so this is a gotcha question. I don't like it.
I'm gonna get you. Oh, I'll get you.
Well, do you want to hear me say? Do you want to hear me say yes for a certain amount of money?
And then I'm gonna pay for it. Yeah, and I'll pay you for it.
Alright, here's a question. If I paid you the same amount of money, would you kill somebody?
Would I kill somebody for $99 million? That's like a really great question. That's like a philosophy book or some sort of book.
Just say no.
No, I would never kill anyone.
You wouldn't do it.
I mean, I don't think I could kill anyone. Yeah, no. I don't think so. No, money really isn't worth it. Money's stupid in the end.
Money doesn't buy happiness.
Yeah, you'd have to like live with that, dude. You'd have to fucking live with that for the rest of your life. Like, ooh, I killed that guy just to buy this vase, and you're buying like a vase or whatever. You would again? What? Hey, Cactusss, what happened to the diss track you were gonna drop on me? I already fucking dropped it, and you lost all your subscriptions. Boom. Got him.
Boom.
Fucking got him. Alright, live forever or die?
Definitely die.
Why?
Well, because I think living forever probably wouldn't be fun.
Why?
I mean, you'd have to deal with like everything. Like, first of all, how would you live forever?
Well, just say you could. Let's say that just science fiction, so to speak. You could live forever, same. You never age.
No. I would want to die.
Die. Yeah. Let me die.
For sure. Trust me. If anybody, I mean, I'm sure everybody's been bored at one point, and it's almost intolerable to be bored.
All right, fair enough.
When you're bored, and yeah.
Fair enough. All right. If you could be a computer and forever be entertained or die, which one would you rather be? Which one?
If you could be a computer?
Shut up, you. Oh no. Oh, cock monster. Hey there, buddy. How you doing? Shut up, you prick. Thinking you're a celebrity, you muppet. Yeah, that's me. I'm a muppet. Did you guys already discuss KSI versus Logan? Well, no, not yet. We're almost there.
What are you, dude? Are you Gonzo, bro?
No, he's the kook monster. I like him. He's a real kooky son of a bitch. Death is just an illusion. Goes right. Very interesting. I like
him too.
It will be quick and easy.
It could be an illusion. I've never died.
Right. So I was wondering. Seventh question here. How do you want to die? Do you have plans? Do you have hopes? You want to do it? Me? What up? Too fast for you?
Back to maybe a legitimate fear. I can think of another one, and another one is just essentially dying from old age.
Yeah, but that usually means, honestly, that's fucking complications. Like, when people say, like, because my wife works in a hospital, like, people are always like, I want to die of old age. Dude, old age means, like, fucking illness after illness after illness, and then finally your body is
essentially gives. You die in probably agonizing pain.
Yeah. Why not just, like, a volcano? You get swallowed by lava. You get eaten by a bear.
Wait, okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah, you slip off a cliff. You drown because of a walrus. How about these?
Too fast for you.
You don't like these? Yeah, too fast for you.
Laughing his butt. Bullshit.
Never hope to die. Live. That is what life is, y'all. Yeah, life is cool and all, but death is cool too. I feel like death isn't really discussed that much, just in general, and it should be more often.
Here's part of the fear about death. Here's part of the fear of it, right? Like, you surround yourself in your life with the things you like, you find meaning, you find a person, hopefully, to share it with, or however you do it. And then, ultimately, you're going to have to ask yourself, say, to the person you love, who's going to die first?
Yeah.
Are you going to
Can I let you go?
Well, if the person you love dies first, how is your life going to be after that happens? Probably really, really sad.
Well, you would yeah, you would hope so. Like you would hope that it'd be really sad, but at the same time, like you don't really want people to feel sad. So it's like you want people to feel sad that you're dead, but at the same time, you don't want people to feel bad. It's
No,
a
I
real
could care less what other
catch-22.
people think. I could care less what other people think because I only care about how I'm gonna feel when that happens.
Oh, when you're dead? I mean, when you're dead, you don't know what's gonna happen, so there's no.
First homosexual experience.
Yeah, of
That's
course
like the
you'd
second
ask
time
that.
you asked that. You really wanted to know that, didn't you?
He always asks that. That's his only fucking
I've
question.
had a homosexual experience before.
Do tell.
Okay, so this is probably back this. Okay, so now we're going back to when I went through puberty, right?
Right.
So I had a group of friends, and we all used to get drunk and all this stuff. And one day we were playing Spin the Bottle. It was a group of girls, and it was three guys. And we're like, okay, spin the bottle, and we're watching the girls kiss. And they're like, well, you know what? It's not fair that we have to kiss, and that the guys can't kiss each other. So I was like, whatever, I don't care. You know what I mean? So, ironically, the next time the bottle went around, it landed on a guy. So, we kissed.
You guys got boners though? Did you get?
No, not really. I'm not really attracted to men.
Yeah, same here. So I feel you.
It was interesting though. I mean, I was like, okay. And this guy was an interesting looking guy. He had like curly hair, a little short curly hair. I mean, I could give out his name. You probably know him, but I won't.
Well, I
You
understand.
may know him. He went to Central.
I'm sure I know him. Brokeback Mountain, Into the Wild. I feel like I should be scared. Darren, don't! I'm just speaking with Casey, Sleepy Owl. Just fucking chit chatting. We're having a discussion. We were just talking about Liquid's question, which is so ridiculous. It's always about homosexual experiences, because Liquid is clearly a homosexual experience.
Yeah, that's okay. I can own it. I don't care. I
No,
wouldn't
there's
change
nothing
it.
wrong with that.
I am who I am.
Alright, so what? Alright, this is on my list. I don't know why. I already asked you. What's your favorite video game?
Bloodborne, I said that.
Yeah, you said Bloodborne. So why Bloodborne? What makes Bloodborne so?
Oh man, I don't know what makes it so good, but
Yeah,
just
ephemeral.
the feel of it, the environment. I love that game in so many ways. It's one of the only games I wish I could just erase my memory for. I wish I could go Eternal Spotless Sunshine Mind or whatever and just boop, erase that part,
Yeah,
replay it.
Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. Yeah, that movie. Yeah,
it's hard to know why I like it so much.
it's a really great game, so I understand why you would say that. I think it's one of the best games I've ever played.
I think the environment in that game and just the way the levels are laid out, and then the bosses and the style of combat, the mechanics, it introduced me to Soulsborne. I don't think I've ever played any Souls game that is as good as it.
Oh, really? You would say that Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 1 are worse than
I haven't
Bloodborne?
played
You like Bloodborne
Dark
better?
Souls 3 yet. I haven't
Wow.
played 3 yet.
I would
I'm
say
hoping that 3
mechanically.
is like Bloodborne.
Yeah, I think mechanically 3 is the best.
It
Even
looks the
better than
most like it.
Bloodborne. Yeah, it feels like Bloodborne. You have the option. Dark Souls 1 feels like stiff and very bulky. Like you're supposed to run around in like a lot of armor and not really roll, but just run, more or less. And that's like what kind of pisses me off about Dark Souls.
Well,
I mean, it's
Demon
still
Souls
great
is a good game. I played Demon Souls twice.
Yeah.
Original game and the New Game Plus. That's a good game. It's pretty tough to do New Game in Demon Souls. The level of difficulty from game to new game is insane, and especially considering I had to get to like I don't even remember, but I was like almost at least probably a level 100 when I beat that game.
Level 100.
I
Holy fuck.
had to firestorm king a lot, dude. So that was the only way I could do him. He kept soul sucking me.
Which means that he was
And
draining your health?
no, okay, so the ending boss in Demon Souls has a unique attack where if you get too close to him, he grabs you and he steals a level from you.
He steals a level? What?
Yeah. Yep.
That's crazy.
That's what he does. He's dirty. And the casting time in that game isn't so great, so I fought this guy probably like 20 to 30 times, and I was just getting this headache like you wouldn't believe. And finally I beat him. And then I went to New Game Plus, and I was like, this is going to be easy. And it was way harder than the first time I played the game.
Makes sense.
But it's a great game. I mean, I recommend it to anybody who hasn't played it. It's a lot more like Dark Souls than Dark Souls 2 or Bloodborne.
Yeah, I feel like Dark Souls 3 is... It almost feels like set apart in a certain way because of the effect of Bloodborne. So you haven't played Dark Souls 3 at all?
No, I'm super excited to start it, though.
Yeah.
See, when I played Bloodborne, I was able to do Bloodborne standalone without looking anything up. In Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, and even Demon Souls, I had to look certain things up.
I mean, I do feel like
so that's
Bloodborne, you can get lost very easily in Bloodborne, for sure. You don't think so?
Yeah, it's a complicated game. Yeah, I mean, I can't really I remember I got lost in the what is it, the forest, Shadow Forest or something?
Right. I remember getting
I could
lost
not find Shadows of
all the time.
Yarman for the life of me.
Right. Alright.
For the most part, I could get through that game, though.
Alright, so you said Bloodborne's your favorite game. How do you feel about hot dogs?
Hot dogs, recently, I kind of gave them up because the nitrates, but I love brats. I can still do that.
Oh,
as
sausages?
long as it's fresh.
Oh.
Yeah, hot dogs aren't really, like, fresh, you know, so I don't even bother with those.
Right, yeah. That makes sense.
I need fresh meat.
What do you think about a person that eats a package of hot dogs a week?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. They probably just need to drink a little bit of water, balance out the salt, but that's about it.
Okay. What about a person
What do
that
you think
eats...
about eating hot dogs?
I think nothing of it, as long as they're like beef hot dogs. I think hot dogs are kind of weird, just in general. But I also think, I think like the texture of hot dogs is weird. They're good, like they're obviously good, but even like
they taste good. I've had them. I just don't eat them.
Yeah, it's just I think hot dogs are fucking weird, and I don't really eat them that often. My wife doesn't eat meat, so I don't really fucking eat meat that often, anyways.
You're telling me you don't put hot dogs in your mouth and suck on them?
Yeah, I typically don't do that. I mean, if I was having a good day, maybe I'd like stick 1 or 2 hot dogs in my mouth and suck on them.
Dude, I'm telling you, you put a pack of hot dogs in the
A whole
freezer
pack?
overnight,
Yeah,
a whole
yeah.
pack, and then you break one off.
Hold on,
and
what about
you just gnaw on it all day?
what about popsicle sticks? You gotta put some popsicle
I'm
sticks on
kidding.
that shit. Nah, dude, fucking stick some popsicle sticks in there before you freeze them, and then fucking stick that bitch in there. Maybe even here's what I always do. Add some like jam extract or some sort of stuff like that. Maybe like some of that jelly shit that they put on the tables of IHOP or whatever, and take some of that.
Oh, yeah.
Put that inside of your hot dog mix, your hot dog container, and just spread it around, and then stick popsicle sticks in each end. Flood that bitch with water. Freeze that. You got some fruity hot dogs, and you're good to go. That's real
a homemade popsicle recipe.
Yeah,
everybody
dude.
should try that out.
I mean, honestly,
Find it
everyone.
on healthyeats.com.
I don't know why everyone doesn't eat this already. I don't know what everyone's been doing with their lives. Clearly not the right thing, though.
Super Rad Chat has a question. How
Wait,
old are you guys,
just
and how long have you been
curious.
doing YouTube?
So do you want me to answer first? You are the podcast guest. Do you want to answer first?
I am the Dirty 30, and I've been doing YouTube I mean, it's funny to say I've been doing YouTube. I really haven't been doing YouTube.
What have you, yeah, you've been doing it, dude.
I've been involved in YouTube for like 2 years. I pretty much just hang out with people. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy making thumbnails, and I enjoy talking to people. Streaming is fun, but it's not the thing I personally enjoy the most. I just like people. I like gaming with people. Streaming's a whole nother animal to me.
Yeah, it is another animal.
Yeah.
So I'm about to be 29 in about 4 days. I'm 28 today. About to be 29. Can't wait, because I'm just going to buy a bunch of clothes. It'll be great. Yay! And maybe a house at some point. And hello, Luigi! How you fucking doing, man?
How you doing, Luigi? You got any questions, buddy?
Yeah, you have any questions for the podcast there, Buster? But I also, I've been doing YouTube for about 2 years now, almost around the same time that KC started. I did Let's Play on the Baddest Dudes for a while, and then I've been live streaming for around almost a year and 3 months or some shit at this point. It's been a while, dude. How you doing? Happy early birthday. Thank you, Hayden. How the fuck are you, dude? Thanks for coming by, man. MLG actually asks you, what is your scariest experience? What's very scary?
Okay, so last year I was rock climbing up in Wisconsin with my friend Ryan. You guys may know him as Quinn Bros. And okay, so climbing the mountain wasn't the scary part, but what happened is I set my hammock up around 2 trees, and behind the 2 trees it was kind of like a cliff, right? It was a ledge, and then it kind of sloped down a little bit to another ledge, and then it was like a sheer drop of like 20-30 feet onto rocks. And so I set my hammock up, and then when I went to jump in to sit into it, it collapsed.
What?
And I rolled over down the first hill, and I was able to stop myself before the drop, so I didn't die. But what I learned from that is that make sure you put extra time into setting up your fucking hammock.
Yeah.
Because what I had done is I didn't choke the tree with my hammock straps.
Yeah, choke that tree.
And I thought I did. But I put the hammock attached to a different loop that wasn't even choking it.
Oh, Tay Davies is upset because this person thought that I was streaming Into the Wild. Oh, I'm so sorry, Tay Davies.
What up, Tay Davies? How you doing, buddy?
The movie's great, but no. This is a podcast. I put that in the title pretty clearly. Podcast live. What's up, Gordon? Is that you talking? So I'm talking, and then I have my good buddy Casey Sleepy Owl talking as well.
Yes, sir. That's me.
That's him.
Gordon.
Welcome, Gordon. Welcome, Tay. I'm sorry to disappoint you with your lack of movie. But what did you expect? You expect me to find fucking Into the Wild on fucking YouTube? You're not gonna find it here. Just go to like OpenLoad or whatever. You'll fucking find it. It's very simple to find shit on the internet.
OpenLoad. That sounds like the place Liquid might know.
OpenLoad. Ayo! Take that, Liquid. Choke them trees. Yeah, that's what he likes to hear. Instead of the wilderness of cyberspace. Baby! You broke your little finger in the Alps. Almost died. Holy shit, dude. Typing is boring. I wish we could invite you, Gordon, but this is a very exclusive podcast, so you gotta everybody get in line there, Buster.
So what else do you want to know, buddy?
Yeah, so I've got a few more questions here. Number 10, which I don't think Ginger's here anymore, so this joke is kind of ruined. Well, it wasn't a joke until he ruined it, but crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Well, honestly, I'm all about peanut butter in any form that it comes. I don't have a preference. Sometimes I like a little crunch. Sometimes if I don't have the crunch and I just got the smooth, I'll have the smooth.
Right. Dude, well,
I do honestly like the texture of peanut butter that's not natural over natural peanut butter, though, which is kind of weird.
You like the liquidy aspect of it?
No, natural peanut butter separates, so it's more liquidy.
Oh, Gordon Shumway? Oh, you son of a bitch. Sorry. Continue.
That's it.
Gordon's like, you call this exclusive? And you know what, Gordon? My ass is exclusive. So yes. There, guy.
Yes.
This is the first
Very
one.
exclusive.
Yeah. He's like, this is exclusive and it's the first one. Of course it's very exclusive. you kidding me?
Yes. How do you prefer your peanut butter?
I prefer it chunky always, dude. It's got to be crunchy or it's not good, in my opinion. I think smooth peanut butter is good, but at the same time, it's kind of boring, dude. I mean, yeah, that's the way I feel.
I really haven't had peanut butter like in its natural state for a long time. Whenever I do have it, I put it in a blender with avocados, protein powder, things like that.
What?
What would I like to be known for? Oh shit.
That's a good question.
I would just like to be known for
What did you just say?
being able to rise to the occasion.
There you go. That's a good one. Being able to rise to the occasion. Alright, here's a quick question. Wait, what did Luigi say? How are you both boys? How both of you boys doing? How are we doing? Luigi asked that a little bit ago. Hopefully he's still here. So how are you
Luigi,
doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be a guest invited to be on this podcast.
Yeah.
Super awesome YouTuber Cactusss here, guys. I'm sure everybody knows him. Great guy. He streams a lot of awesome video games. He's invited me to be the first guest on his first podcast.
That's fucking right. First guy, first fucking guest. There he is.
Yeah, man. Super
Anyways,
exciting.
let's go. Alright, here's a very strange question. Alright, so let's say that I gave you a car, okay? I give you a car. It's brand spanking new. You gotta get your tires fixed. You replace your tires. You gotta get your engine fixed. You replace your engine. You gotta get your fucking fender, your bumper, your fucking...
I know where this is going. Is it the
Parts
same
and
car?
whole! Parts and whole, baby! When do we lose our parts from stripping away, or when do we lose the whole from stripping away the parts? Does it happen? You can relate this to the brain conversation. You can relate this to... It's just parts and whole in general. The boat,
let me
which
flip
was
it on you.
originally proposed by Plato.
Let me flip it on you. Does it matter if it's the same boat or not?
Yes.
Or car?
Yes.
Why does it matter?
It matters specifically to people because people like to think that they have a continuous and whole existence and that there's something special and set apart from nature for them. And that might persist beyond existence itself.
I would say the only reason it would be a new boat or a new car is if that gives you a benefit from thinking that.
Oh shit!
If you find more value in thinking that it's a brand new vehicle, then think that all you want.
Yeah, but not
really
necessarily like whether or not that's like it's a nice thought or a bad thought or like contributes to their wholeness or what have you. But what about the actual question whether or not it's still the same or is it something different?
By the nature of changing one part, it's not the same.
It's not the same. So that's what you.
By the nature of driving the car, it's no longer the same car.
Have you looked into Buddhism much? Do you know much about Buddhism?
I know a little bit.
Just that
I know the tenets, life is suffering.
Everything is changing.
Buddha was a extremely wealthy prince who decided to give it up, and he left his kingdom, and he saw how terrible life was outside the kingdom.
Yeah, that's essentially... And he's like, oh shit, I've reached enlightenment now that I'm being attacked by demons.
There's a lot of value to believing in suffering, I think. I think it's one of the tenets of Christianity. That's part of the reason why I think that there are some good things within the Gospels. Because I think that if you start from the perspective of things that are bad, you can make things better.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. I do agree with you that I think... I don't know if Christianity necessarily starts there, but that's where it's at, is that, I mean, a lot of religion focuses on the negative, the suffering, and they try and work on it more or less, trying to improve upon it. And I was just saying like Buddhism because like Buddhism is everything is always changing. Everything is in constant flux. There is no such thing as like one thing existing at one time, not even the ego or the self or the what have you.
Well, back to what you were saying about the same car with the same parts. You said
Right.
Plato proposed that?
Yeah, that's the ship of Theseus or whatever. If you know that, that's I don't know if that's
Well,
in the
there's
Republic, but
another,
it's written around then.
There's another Greek philosopher. It starts with a T. It's something with TH.
I think I know who
wanna
you're
say,
talking about. Yeah.
Well, he supposedly had a theory that if you step into a river,
You never step in the same river twice.
yes,
Yeah.
because you've changed in the time that you stepped into the river, you've changed, and so has the river.
Right, because the river's always flowing as well as yourself. You're always flowing through time. That's what the whole thing is supposed to be about.
Yeah, and what you were talking about with constant flux kind of reminded me of that a little bit.
I think that he was the one that more or less proposed the constant flux, and not that it was necessarily thought of by Buddhism at that time, but Buddhism is definitely known for the flux and known for that. He was like one of the first like skeptics or whatever from philosophy.
Skeptical men, dude.
Yeah.
Those smart bastards.
Maybe philosophy that starts with a T. Yeah, LOL. That's a good one. Very funny. Heraclitus. Yeah, it's Heraclitus. There you go. It's Heraclitus. The T one
okay,
that you're
yeah.
thinking of was the first like water philosophy. I think philosopher is what you're thinking of. Maybe everything changes and nothing.
Yeah, I'm not
still.
too big on the ancient. That would be considered pre-Socratic Greek philosophy, I believe.
Maybe Hippocrates, my favorite. Yeah, I think that the old school philosophy, it's good, but at the same time, it doesn't. My favorite type of philosophy is when dualism is introduced, more or less, because personally, I think that there's a lot that goes on with, the fact that there is like a duality to existence. There is the physical, and then there is the mental.
And the mental.
And then the mental
Absolutely.
just seems so set apart, so different, so like, regardless of whether
They're
or not
almost,
actually...
almost at war with each other.
Totally. It's almost like science and religion at the same time. Like science and religion are at war with each other. You can make analogies to that, but I mean, I don't think that they're the same type of discussion. But I do think that I think that the mental and the physical are at war against each other because the mental aspect of a person isn't necessarily what the physical or what we measure the physical to be, because we can't.
Well,
maybe our
it's
instruments aren't
interesting.
strong enough.
It's interesting because only in our brains can we conceive of something that lasts forever.
Right. Wait,
When
only
we
in our brains?
see-
Well, if you can make a brain out of a computer, then you can upload your consciousness, is what they're supposing to say. You can eventually become a
Well,
computer.
just as a thought experiment, right? Like, you can think of eternity.
Right.
But everything around you, as far as we know, dies.
Yeah. So, you're just supposing that you can imagine the infinite, but you can't touch the infinite, essentially, is what you're
it's
getting
kind of
at.
like, like sensation. It's like empiricism
Yeah, which is
versus,
rationalism.
like existentialism, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of at odds a little bit.
Oh, you're super smart. Yeah, take his memory. Oh, he's not. It's just blah. Yeah, that's right, Gordon. You're so right. But yeah, I mean, I think that that's when philosophy, in my opinion, gets pretty interesting, because then it goes on to Kant, and like I think Kant pretty much more or less like talks about what my thoughts have been on reality forever. That there is this outside from us, like you can experience everything, but then there's some level of existence that's outside of your perceptions.
Yeah, like, and it's all, it's within the mental state, because you have your sensations and your perceptions that come externally, but then you have what's produced internally.
Right, imperialism versus existentialism. Yeah, that's the way you put it, right?
No, empiricism, not imperialism.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of empiricism. I don't know too much about Kant. I know the categorical imperative. When I was in an intro to philosophy class, that was the one big takeaway that my teacher wanted me to have. And the categorical imperative goes along the lines of something like, it's a moral standard, first of all, or something like that.
Yeah.
So something is only good if you can will it to exist, and then if you can imagine everybody doing that same thing.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, killing wouldn't fit the categorical imperative because you can will it, but if you will it for everybody to do it, it's a contradiction. It can't exist.
Right.
So that's pretty much the one takeaway I had from Kant. But besides that, just from Kant's being of a rational thinker in the 1700s in Germany, maybe the 1800s, I'm not quite sure.
No,
but just from that
like
fact alone,
1800s.
just from that fact alone, I know he's brilliant, hands down.
He definitely was, and he was arguing against Hume, who was like the skeptic of the time, who was more or less saying cause and effect, there's a giant leap between the two, and because of that leap, like, we shouldn't even be talking outside of anything that isn't imperialism, or empiricism.
I do agree with that. I mean, I think cause and effect, like, just semantically, it's hard. Like, you do have to make a jump, but I think that it's, and what is that, a leap of faith, so to speak?
Yeah, Nietzsche's
Yeah.
But yeah,
Kant's the bomb.
Very interesting.
I'm a huge fan of John Locke. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So suppose that somebody's born blind, and they've never held a marble. Okay?
Right.
They've only felt a marble. It's round, it's a sphere. So they know what it feels like, but they're blind. They've never seen it, they've only felt it. So imagine if that person got their sight back, and they saw a marble. Without feeling it, would they know that that's the same object that they knew by feeling it?
I think they learned something new by seeing it, is all. Is that what you're asking?
That's what I think too. Yeah, that's generally what I think. That's just something that John Locke proposed. It's as a thought experiment. It kind of goes against the idea of it's pretty empiricism. You know things through sensations, so you can't know things unless you've experienced them, essentially.
You're just philosophy, want to be philosophy, Miles. Gordon, actually, I major in philosophy, and Casey has read many, many works on philosophy. So, I mean, more or less, you could call us, we're not experts, but we're definitely, like, we know, like, we've read things that we can talk about. And there's nothing wrong with, honestly, just having, like, an open discussion as well. I think that you're dangerous. Next thing, your kitty dungeon. Right. I mean, there are kids in my dungeon right now, if you want to see them.
Kind of like the paradox of, like, knowledge. It's that you can read stuff and you can understand it, but how long can you hold on to it?
Right. Yeah.
If you don't dwell on it constantly.
Yeah, you have to, and that's why I honestly love smoking weed. I think that, so I haven't smoked weed in like 2 months, and I did, like, on Monday. It was the first time. And you know what I did for the first time in a long time? Like, since, I smoked it on, Monday right away. So I reflected on my actions, which I felt like I hadn't really done in a while. I actually, like, thought about what I said, what I had done, and whether or not it made sense. And I was like, honestly, I feel like I was kind of being a buffoon. Just to be a buffoon, like, it's
Dude,
just
that
like,
always happens. That always happens with me too when I get high.
Right? Yeah, yeah. You like second guess who you are. You're like, am I really like? And
Dude,
I honestly think that's a good
detail.
thing. I think that's a good thing. You should fucking question yourself. You should like reflect on your actions from a different light, from a different like perspective. Because, like, we're so prone to just being right, seeing the world from our own perspective and be like, I'm fucking right about everything, I know everything. And like, that attitude itself is sickening, it's disgusting.
Yeah, there's, no doubt, hands down, that, thinking about things from a different perspective is beneficial to people.
Right. Like, and just seeing the world from a new perspective, which weed, I believe, does. I think that weed does that. It enables you, or like just gives you the world from a different light, so to speak. And that's like what I gathered from it when, dude. Gordon, why are you being a little bitch, dude? Are you those hipster rape game? Yeah, the Hitler Bros. Yeah, Gordon, I am gonna ask you a question that I only ask trolls. Would you like to go to Olive Garden with me? Please, let's go. Yes, yeah, that cactus is the banish to the fuck.
Hey Taku, how you doing, buddy?
I cut swastikas in
Oh,
their
that's
foreheads.
okay. We all know that some people don't make sense. Some people just want to chat and they just want to get responses. What they are is their currency is an outrage, is what they are. They're little outrage merchants.
To learn from my actions. And honestly, 82nd Airborne FT brag. Something I learned from the movie Into the Wild was I love that part where the old man was talking to the guy that went into the wild or whatever, and he was like, God, like when you love, God looks down upon you and smiles or something like that. Like I felt like that scene when he like climbed the mountain with the old man. That's like one of the most beautiful scenes ever shot in movies. I think
that
it's
was
like
also
so
the same guy who made the belt, right? Taught him how to make the leather belt.
Yes, the same old man. Yes.
Yep.
And his old man, like fucking. Yeah, I love that old man from that movie. I think he's like such a beautiful, touching old man. Endless breadsticks for the win. Exactly. All right, wait. One last question for me, KC. I'm not gonna end this until my wife gets home, which should be in like.
I could do this all night, man.
I know this has been a lot of fucking fun, but so this isn't the end of it. I just want to ask you this last question to ask a question. So if you could rate anything 10 out of 10, what would you rate there, bud?
If I could rate anything 10 out of 10, what would I rate?
Yeah, what would you rate?
That's an interesting question. I'd have to decide. What does it mean to rate something?
Yeah. Well,
something that I don't even know.
I mean, if you just think about it.
10 out of 10, my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend. Oh, Gojira said women. Heyo, that was so fucking nice. Christine, I hope you fucking heard that. That is incredibly fucking nice. Holy shit.
I think she did. She's sitting behind me on the computer.
Oh, that's incredibly nice. Well done, dude. You deserve some sex points for you there, which you can cash in at any time, whatever.
So I'm going to tell her to rewatch this. I would be like, see? Other people think that.
See? It's not just me.
But then she's going to say no. She's going to be like, I'm not doing that because Cactusss said that.
I am fucking saying that. That was you. That was you, dude.
Well, she's going to be like, oh, you get points now, huh? Where's all my points?
Dude, I literally asked you anything out of the entire universe, and you said your girlfriend. You deserve sex points for that, in my opinion. If I was your girlfriend, I'd be banging you. Not to be gay or anything.
Hey, you can have your first homosexual experience.
Right, which I think Liquid would extremely appreciate, considering he's been asking about it for ever at this point.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
So I'm gonna get some more wine. It's time, you guys, for another. The audience asks questions to the podcaster. So Casey,
yes,
hopefully
everybody.
These guys ask you some questions and just answer them. I'll be back in a second.
Feel free to ask me any questions you want, guys, except for Gordon. I'm not gonna answer your questions unless they're legit. I can see what you're saying in chat, buddy. What up, Super Kirby 22? How you doing? He's had his first. Just look how tense he gets when I ask him. Yeah, I don't know. You know? Don't ask, don't tell, right? What happens at band camp stays at band camp, kind of a thing. I'd agree with that. Favorite movie? Oh, I got so many. My most recent favorite movie is Blade Runner.
The new one?
Yeah.
Or the old one?
Yeah, the new one.
It's a good movie.
Well, just because I watched it, you know, just recently, I enjoyed it.
Movie. You're at the movie?
You're really late. You were at the movies. Oh yeah, did you? You didn't hear what we were talking about, did you? It's a secret. It's a big old, titty secret.
Sling Blade is good.
Sling Blade is good.
Where's the questions? You guys are terrible at asking questions. You want me to ask all the questions?
I got one. My favorite movie. I'd prefer if you asked me questions. I mean, it's easier than reading.
It is easier. You're right. Alright. Nice 8-second control. Yeah, very interesting. Alright, so what's your
I mean, feel free to ask me anything, dude.
You thinking about going on vacation soon? If so, where?
Yes. Well, me and my girlfriend are going to be going to a wedding in September. I think the 20th to the 23rd. So we got a condo out there in Vegas. We're going to be staying there for the weekend, and I invited Quimbras up there. We're going to also go mountain climbing there. And then after that weekend, we're going to go back to his place in Utah for like the rest of the week.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So I'm going to get to see Utah. Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be really fun. I've never been to Vegas, never been to Utah.
When are you going? In August? End of August?
September. The 20th through the 23rd. So you could probably come by if you want.
Yeah, I could come by on the weekend as long as you're there on the weekend.
Yeah, dude, there's condo, man. Bring an air mattress. You're good.
Yeah, dude. That sounds fun as fuck, man. I don't know about
climbing
a mountain.
I can't promise I'm gonna be getting hammered or anything, because ever since this headache stuff, I put the brakes on a lot of stuff. Like, one of the other things that I am attributing to the headaches is that fucking beer claw.
Oh yeah, that beer claw is no good for your health.
Dude.
White Claw.
I think something to do with natural flavorings, I think.
Oh, super
What's
rad.
my biggest regret in life? Okay, my biggest regret in life was right out of high school. So I had my first job when I was 16. I was working for my dad's company, and from 16 through I don't know, maybe like to the age of 23, 24, I probably had to have made close to $100,000, and I don't have any of that money to show for.
What?
Yeah. So my biggest regret in life is not being financially smart.
You gotta stop eating so much. Are you eating out? Are you eating out a lot?
I don't even know, dude. I was just young and dumb, and I just would spend money.
I feel you.
Well, I mean, I had 3 cars. I mean, not at once, but just I had 3 cars over the course of that time. I had a really expensive weed habit. I mean, yeah,
weed's worth it. No worries.
I could get into the quote unquote excuses, but the fact is that well, I wasted a lot of money.
Super Rad Chad asks, how do you describe the color red to someone who can't see?
If I was going to describe the color red, the only way I would know how to describe it is... wow, that's tough. I couldn't do that. That's impossible.
Yeah, that's exactly what Gojira said. It's like asking someone how's the steak, and they have it through a feeding tube.
That's rough. I wouldn't see. Dude. I don't think someone's gonna ask you what red is if they're blind. Otherwise, they're just messing with you.
Don't hide him. Who cares? What do you say? Something about butts? Fight me? I will fight you. Don't ban people. What did he say? He said something about... He didn't even say anything that bad. I hope you die of butt cancer.
Well, that's okay. They're probably gonna come back and under a different name. Describe it by temperature.
Describe what by
red's
temperature?
hot. Red's hot, apparently. You know, when you touch a hot pan, that's red. Yeah. What up, Cordis? How you doing, man? Done pooping? Have fun? Peace out, man.
Yeah, way to go, Cortez. What's up, Cortez? Craving cancer is funny, you're right.
That's totally sarcasm.
Yeah. Done pooping,
Yeah.
have fun. That's not a very nice
No, I mean... Yes, okay, maybe. How old are you, Gordon? How old are you? I'm 75. I'm in a wheelchair. and I just recently got one of my legs chopped off for $90 million.
It was, $99 million, actually.
99 million. Well, you know, I mean, on one side of the fence here, there is a cumulative agreement that Gordon's an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like everyone thinks Gordon sucks. You poop in a bag, yeah.
But that's okay.
God.
Gordon's getting the high life of his day. People are saying his name.
Yeah,
okay.
He's loving it. That's why he's feeding into it. Just being the... Well, you know what? No. This is me saying no to you guys. I don't care. Just who cares?
Yeah, it's okay. Life will go on.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
That's why we gotta talk instead of, like, we gotta be good enough at this to where we can talk and people don't have to look at the comments.
I mean,
because I think probably the end game of this is probably eventually at some point to just turn the comments off if it gets big enough, right?
I mean, that's more or less the point, but I just honestly don't like I don't like censoring anyone unless if they say something that I don't like. And so far,
okay.
Yeah, he said a couple things. He called us cancer butts. And he said something about rape, but he wasn't talking about like raping women or anything like horrible. So in my opinion, he's just a dumb kid, and like, who cares? The more you feed into it, the more he'll become an idiot.
Well, there's one aspect of this, and it's the beauty of it. It's freedom. Freedom, baby.
Right, yeah.
We're allowed to be offended by another person.
Yeah, and you can be offended. But like I say, this is my stream, so I'll let, like, it's offense, whatever. If I think it's really offensive, then I'll delete it and I'll remove him. That's the way that it's taking my freedom.
Here's the thing, like, nothing really offends me unless the attacks are personal, and I don't think
he hasn't
anyone
said shit, really.
Except for a few people in the chat actually know me somewhat personal.
Right, and honestly, like, who gives a flying fuck? This is YouTube. Like, in my opinion, everything should be let loose. Like, who gives a shit? Right.
Well, Ghoulie is just being a stand-up person. She's trying to look out for us.
I get it. There's just nothing to look out for, you and I. We're grown men.
She's so nice.
Like,
I love her.
Are you concerned about being offended? I sure hope not.
I took philosophy in high school, but it's all lost. Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, you know, you read so much and you think about so much and you try and mold it all into your worldview and your moral views, and then eventually, once you become the person that you want to be, you kind of forget about the details. You know? Like, inside you know like your moral code and you know your logical code and stuff, so the philosophers you read kind of get pushed to the side, you know? Because at a certain age you kind of just start thinking for yourself to some degree, you know? But you remember the basic facts of what made you get to that level, you know?
Right.
Like Kant, for instance. In your case, Kant obviously had a big impact on you. You've incorporated Kant into your outlook in life, and so Kant in details and his exact words aren't so important, but the way in which you interpret them and make them a part of your own life is the important part, you know?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think that, yeah, Kant is definitely really important in my life view. Just more or less thinking that there's something beyond the physical, that the physical is only, like, very limiting. And obviously that's what science studies, is the physical, because that's what makes sense. But that also leads to me thinking that there's something way beyond what's going on. Like, in my opinion, I think that there's much more deeper than what the surface seems like. Like, I've been trying to allude to throughout this whole conversation, as you can probably tell. Like, I don't believe in God necessarily, but I do believe in a creator, and I do believe in some sort of existential imprint, you could call it. It's more or less something that, like,
Interesting. You call it an imprint. So are you saying that something gets left behind,
yeah,
or
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what gives relevance?
Right, yeah. So that's why I was like, on my last Discord post, I was more or less saying that, you know, is the best thing that we can leave behind on the earth, is the best way to be remembered or to be continued on, thought into future generations or whatever, to leave a child behind, to have a child and raise it or whatever. And you know, I don't even think that that's it. I think that honestly, like, what's most important is just that you existed. Like, your existence
I was thinking
alone.
about that today as well.
Right. Go ahead.
Well, I was thinking, like, so back to that thought of we came from a single cell organism 3.5 billion years ago, and we have a direct evolutionary link to it. So all those genes have been passed on to us. We have them inside of our body. It's a code. It's just the way we're programmed as an animal. So the question then becomes is how do we add to that code, right? And that's kind of like what I kind of think is like the physical meaning to life, the evolutionary meaning to life. It's what can you add to the code, right? So take me playing guitar, for instance, or me exercising, for existence. If I look at my family, my dad or something, and or a generation behind that, there's not a lot of people who did exercise and not a lot of people who are into music, you know? So what I think I have done maybe in a sense is I've activated those genes inside my body so that if I pass them on to my kid may be more likely to be inclined towards doing those things, right?
Right.
So that back to what you're saying about the imprint is how can you improve yourself to activate those genes to pass them on? How can you make your kid successful, give your kid a head start genetically by being yourself, like how can you add to yourself to pass it on? You know what I mean? I don't know, that was just the wild thought I was having today.
Just more or less, how could you, like, pass on who you are to your next genes? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, essentially. And the only thing you can really do is live your life and do things. I mean, I don't know. Like, if you just sat in one spot your whole life versus if you were an ultra-marathon runner, a musician, an extreme sports person, a super intelligent college graduate, or whatever, don't you think that your kid would probably be more likely to be inclined
Like
to do
that?
those things than...
Yeah, but that doesn't make me want to have children. I think that, like, the fact that you have to work so fucking hard for your entire life doesn't make it worth it. And I also think that you lose yourself when you have children. You are literally, like, giving yourself up for another person in order to let them live, let them take on your personality, take on your
Sure.
characteristics. And I don't...
That's how we got here.
Right, and I think that that's fair for past generations and whatnot, but to me, I don't see the practical value in it. I think it's all worthless and useless, and I don't understand why people want to have kids.
Well,
I think
it's
that
hard
overpopulation is disgusting, and, like, the fucking the social economical aspect of it is really gross. It's irresponsible, and I just don't personally. This is a harsh way of putting it, but I just don't see the point of having kids. I think it's all useless. Like,
Well, I mean, it's
why are
hard
we
to say
doing
what the
that?
point is. I mean, it's all hypothetical what the point is or what the meaning really is. I mean, no one really knows. I mean, most people either have kids because they want them or have them because they have them on accident. I mean, other than
Right.
that, I don't think there's any real meaning to it, except for you make the best out of the circumstances the way you can. You know?
Yeah, more or less.
And back to what you're saying about God is, I don't even think, like, I think God is just a term for everything. That's all I think it is. It's just a word to describe everything. Just a all-inclusive, comprehensive term. That's all. I don't think God is a specific thing outside of that holds any relevance to anything I believe, really. I mean, for the most part, I just believe in interaction amongst humans
Right.
and how I come to terms with making the most out of that, essentially. And that's what it is.
So what do you think
God's
about?
a three-letter word, right?
Yeah, God's a three-letter word. So do you believe in a creator, or what do you think?
Well, I mean, I think we're all here, all the planets, all the universe, us, all organisms. I think we're all here from some kind of process. I mean, whether I would call God that process or that part, I would more likely call that process a part of what God is. I mean, if God is everything, then that
Okay.
falls within it.
So I'm not saying God like attributes included, good, whatever, religious connotations, whatever. I'm just talking creator. What about just creator alone?
Like, but that's kind of a sticky definition, don't you think? I mean,
No,
what is a
no,
creator?
I'm detaching it. Starter, a chemical mixer.
Oh, okay. So are you saying, do
A
I believe that there
start.
was a start instead of
An influence
a
start.
chain of infinity?
Yeah, an influence start. A
Okay, well, I think my reason tells me that there had to be a start.
Yeah, okay, but I'm talking about an intentional start, like an intentional beginning, like a.
Well, I believe in the need to. I believe in the necessity of it.
Right.
Whether it's
So it had to
intentional, I have no
happen.
idea.
Okay.
Well, I mean, anything that happens had to happen, right? I mean, how can something happen that wasn't meant to happen? Otherwise, it wouldn't happen, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but that doesn't get like to what I'm asking. I'm more or less asking about intent. Like, do you think that the universe was meant to be created?
Well,
It's just an opinion piece, you know. Like, who knows, man?
yeah,
There's no
I don't
fucking
know.
right
I
or
mean,
wrong.
I can see it in that sense. If we go back to the genetic outlook, then I can see a clear meaning, and that clear meaning would be, we are the accumulation of the genes, and so the meaning is to continue it in a chain of some kind. But outside of that, do I think that there's a creator? I really don't know. I mean, and so I guess no. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, back to Aristotle's first mover thing. I mean,
Yeah, what about that? That's like a creator without intent necessarily.
yeah. I mean, see, the thing about Aristotle is that's old school, man. They didn't know anything back then. It's like, do you ever think how Aristotle came up with something like that? In a time which they didn't know anything really about science? I mean, they knew, like, trajectory. That was about it.
He took it from someone else, most likely.
Yeah, it was probably a tradition, right? You would
Right.
think. So, like, where do these ideas come from? These ancient archetypes, right?
Yeah.
Real interesting. And
Yeah,
what's
I wish I was
interesting
like
about
stoned for the
archetypes?
past like hour.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Do I have to do it next time, dude?
Oh yeah. No, definitely. But yeah, like I was about to say, I'm like 90% sure. Yep. My wife is home, so I will have to end this.
All right, man. It was so much fun. Thanks for having me once again as the first guest on your podcast. I can't wait to come on again.
Yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, this has been so much fun, and I can't wait
Before
to.
you go, can you tell me like what your plans are and how you plan on doing more of these?
Well, I mean, like I said, I work like 9 to 5 now, so I pretty much don't get off until like 5:30. I don't get home until then, so I can like start these things for like an hour and a half or whatever. And so I'm just looking for people to talk to, you know, like we did, like casually. And
So you have a
fucking-
definite time frame. So
Yeah.
it could almost be scheduled out, kind of.
Yeah, so my plan is to like schedule this like at least weekly and at least work out to be able to stream, you know, 2 other times a week, just gameplay or whatever. But I definitely want to do more of these podcasts because I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's it's weird and very different, and you know, this is fun.
I think that'll be super easy for you to get people to come on, man, because you're a blast to talk to. I've had a tremendous amount of fun.
Well, I appreciate you fucking coming on as the first guy. That's incredibly nice of you. It's incredibly
hey, it was my pleasure,
nice.
man. I mean, this is the kind of thing I've always liked. I listen to podcasts all the time. Super cool to be part of one, finally.
Right. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun, dude. Thank you so fucking much for all.
Maybe I can make you some kind of a calendar or something that you can, because if you have your same work schedule, you know, like an hour and a half or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna
maybe
have to.
I could just make a schedule for you, and then you could just throw people's names on there, and if they, you know, they got to commit to it or whatever.
Yeah.
But if they don't, then they don't. Then you're free that day or whatever.
Right, in order to do a game at that point.
Because you're already streaming a lot. I mean, so
Yeah,
you're pretty much committed already.
Oh, FPS, we're morons. Oh, I'm sorry, FPS. I'm sorry, we're not smart like the people you want to talk to. But yeah, I mean, this is perfect. And honestly, you're the perfect guest. You're the perfect person to have first. You're, you know, exactly what I want to talk to you.
I will be your perfect first homosexual experience. So
yes, there you go. That's exactly what fucking Liquid was looking for.
We just made digital love.
Oh, we did. Oh boy. Oh my. It's been popped. My chair's been popped. Disgusting.
Well, it was nice. It felt good. I can tell you that.
Shit. FPS, you got it. You figured it out. How did you know? Alright. So I'm gonna end the stream. Gotta go. But dude, thank you so fucking much. This has been extremely great, and I appreciate you keeping the conversation going, fucking being super nice and super cool. And fuck yeah, dude.
Alright, man. Let's wrap her up.
Alright. So this has been it. Farewell. And I will do more of these in the future. And I hope to have KC back. I can't wait to have him back. What a good guy. What a fucking amazing person. And until next time, don't let the bed bugs bite. Goodbye.